I was in the studio and how it came about is I wanted to make it. I just wanted to make it the most things about Thug Talk that influenced me the most. Like me wanting to be like my big cousins. Me always as a thug making promises, having a good heart, but can't be for sure about them promises because with the lifestyle I live. Um, it, 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 it's just a way of life, and that way of life, it wants you to do right, but it makes you go left at the same time. So that basically that intro was just based on my thugging when it first started. Like the first part of my thugness, being born into situations where, like, I'm not gonna say you don't have choices, you have choices, but 80% of us probably go that way because it's all we see with our eyes, The cover art, basically I was just sitting to K Design, I was like, man, I need something hard, and he was like, man, give me 2 days. I was like, no, I want to post it today. So when he came with that, first he just had a red bandana around the gun. I was excited. I was like, hell no, you gotta do it over. Like, I'm not no gangbanger. They gonna think I'm a gangbanger. I said, so put a black rag, a blue rag, and a red rag. Cause them the most famous colors as far as the thugs. So I was like, man, cause he said it was tight, but it only had a red rag on it. So I was like, no, they gonna start saying them blood and all that. So put a black rag and a blue rag, and once he did that, it was ready. It was some great artwork, man. It was my mama's birthday, man. So I was gonna drop it like the first week, but you had to get all the paperwork together for the beats and all that. So it was ready like on the 11th. I was like, man, I'm gonna drop it on my mama's birthday. I dropped my CD on that day. We had a good day. I took her, got her everything she wanted. So I like to drop things on stuff to make them mean something, because that's just Boosie. You will never see Boosie put out a 10-song project. You will never see Boosie put out a 12-song project. Only reason I did the 10-song out in my Feelings project is because I was in the hospital. I was real sick, and I just wanted to give them something to show them what stage I was going through. So I had to pick every song that was the most heartfelt song. With this was just like a regular tape. Like all Boosie's tapes is 17 or better, 16 or better. Because I feel like you cheat your fans when you do that, man. Your fans won't hear records and records. They spend your money with you. You gotta give them more than a couple damn songs, even though, it's a certain limit on what we get paid on the album for songs. But it don't matter when you got love for your fans. A lot of people don't have love for their fans, they just got love for the money. So that make them choose not to do every album. They'll do 8, 9 songs. I love my craft, man. I love when people drop. I love the critics when they say, when my real fans say, all 17 of them motherfuckers, you ain't got to fast forward nothing, And then that mean a lot to me, So that's just how I put it down. I don't go into albums thinking 10 songs, 11 songs. I go into them thinking 18, 19 songs, I put all my track lists together small. Like I do the how they gonna come behind each other. What songs gonna come behind each other. I do all that. I've been doing that forever. Like, I know how to put together them for them to come right back. I know how to get you in the car and get you hyped, then calm you down. It's not all about being. Well, my music is not all about being turned up the whole time. I gotta make you think. I gotta make you turn up. I gotta get in your mind. I gotta let you know that I'm here with you. So, it's something you can ride to all day, whatever kind of mood you in. That's what I'm trying to touch somebody with. My Wake Up record. As soon as I heard that record, I heard Pimp C on the intro. DJ Grimm let me hear it, and I was like, man, I'm gonna kill this record. Cause what he was saying was, that's a special record to me. We just shot the video. We finna drop in a couple weeks. That was a special record to me because I'm one of those guys who do what Pimp was saying people don't do. You know, Boosie talk about not just the money you will make off selling drugs, but I tell him about the time you gonna get. You know, that's why sometimes I talk about it because I'm trying to scare you. If you 13 years old, you listen. I'm gonna tell you, you keep selling drugs, you're gonna get put in the trunk. You're gonna get killed for nothing. So you know that's what he was saying. People always talking about how much money they can make off the trap and woo, but they never explain the consequences of the trap. You know, if you're a dope dealer, I don't care how big you get, you're going to prison, man. And if you get too big, you're gonna die in prison. So that was a special record to me. Rainbow was a special record to me too. You know, I had a good day one day, and it happened. I was seeing rainbows all day. So I got a track and I was like, man, I'm finna make a song about rainbows. So that was, I had a good day that day, man. I won gambling, man. I just was getting deposits back to back. I was having a good day, so I named that song Rainbow for the love of money. Oh, man, that's my life, man. That's my life. That was one of the first, I think that was like the third record I did for the tape. And that record, man, as soon as I heard the beat, I was like, you know, I knew what the hook was, man. It wasn't a hook that I already had. It just came to me. We was riding in L.A., and I just got the rap, and I told my boy, write it, type it, I'm finna just rap it. He just typing it up while I'm rapping it, and cause you go through a lot of stuff with money, man. I done seen so many people turn on people. I done seen so many people cross people. I done seen people who have motives for my money and say they love me. You know, so that was a deep song towards me. You know, when I see, like I was saying on there, like, you know, marriages, you know, these people being so much love, but when it's over with, it's all about the money. You know, they forget about the kids. You don't hear about really them talking about what schools the kids will be going to, things like this. They fighting over their money. You know, and when you blessed with money, it makes your heart kind of cold when you've been hurt so much, because even the people who really got good intentions for you, you might judge them as money getters. And, you know, so that was a special song for me. I wanted to put that on my album coming in June or July, because that was a special song for me, man. Like when I wrote, that's probably the most listened to song on there as far as me. You know, that was one of the songs I leaked on Instagram before it came out. You know, I be watching ID Discovery. I know most of these hoes thinking money when they fucking me. So I see so much with people deceiving people because of money, or fake relationships because of money. People leaving your side when you can't provide them money anymore. I've been through it all with money, so that was a big record for me. Menace to Society was another record about tyrants. Those was real stories. Like, it wasn't just stories made up with a pen and pad to make it rhyme. Those were real life stories of what happened to those people in my city. Guys who I knew, guys who I grew up with. So that was deep, man. That was deep. That was deep. That Menace to Society record. In my city, they love that record because they know the guys I was talking about. No Surrender, No Retreat. That was matter of fact, I had auto tunes on my voice on that record, but it happened not to be on the CD because when we sent it to get mixed and mastered, something happened. They didn't have the auto tune button, and it got all messed up. But I had loved my voice on that. And it was just, that was matter of fact, that was a chorus I wrote in prison. I just never put it down. When the beat came on, I was remembering the chorus. I was like, no surrender, no surrender. But I had that a couple years ago. I just ain't never do nothing with it. I couldn't find the right beat. But when I found that, it was off the chain. Found Love in You is one of my kids' favorite records because I'm talking about my kids. And I made that record based on really just, like, cause I never knew love like till I found love in my kids. Even all the love my parents showed me, my grandma showed me, it didn't really make me have the will to live like that. Like, I still was so wild to where I ain't really have the will to care if I lived and hurt them so bad, by dying. With my kids, it's a love that, like, I don't want to leave them, like, I don't want to die, like, it can calm me down, make me a better man. And that's love, that's love when something or someone can make you a better person, make you, no matter what lifestyle you live in, you be like, man, I gotta change it up. I don't want to die, and it's not being me don't want to die because of things I have or things like that. Because I've been had everything somebody with nothing can come from could want, but I won't see them grow up. I won't see them live their life and have more than me. And their childhood has been way better than my childhood. So, that's love. I think about them before I do things. I never used to do that. I would think about mama, but I'd be like, mama be all right if this was to happen to me. Mama a soldier, mama would be all right. But they too precious. I just feel like they wouldn't be all right without me. So that one was deep. Right game, wrong nigga. That was a good one because I was going through this with this girl of mine, and just felt like she was playing games, and so I just ran in on situations some of my boys that went through, some dudes, some girls that went through and like that, but it was made because of what I was going through with this little chick or whatever, and the message to her was right game, wrong nigga. So that's how that record came about. What You Know About Me, that was a record. That was one of them records. I came from the house game and I was drunk. And I was drunk. I drank like 5 Miller Lights Patron. I was drunk as fuck. And I came out, I put the BCD in. I'm like, what you know about me? And on that song, I'm just straight talking. I'm cocky. I'm feeling myself. I'm cocky, but I'm speaking the truth. I came home, Coogee gone, all this, all this. I was feeling myself, so that's one of my favorite songs when I'm up on the limit. One of my songs that I really felt afterwards, I slept on it until I got to letting other people hear it, was TV. That TV record, man. That's one of like all my friends, my associates, my artists who I rock with. That's like one of their favorite records. When they listen to that, I was letting them listen to it. It was like, man, I'm feeling that TV, man, cause it's real, man. Like that TV, man. You gotta listen to the words. You gotta listen how I compared things to this TV. What's going on this TV? What I done been through with this TV. Like I said, I saw black families fall apart, get back together. So what I'm saying, I saw every flick from Tyler Perry. And growing up where I'm from, like, those Tyler Perry movies was in our houses. It was in our auntie house, it was in our uncle house, it was at my grandmother's house. It was in my mama's house. Like I said in the song, I was in prison with a dude who been in jail 45. He didn't even want to go home, so I seen the Green Mile. When the guy didn't even want to go home because he been in there so long, he didn't want to go. I was around Eddie them and Old Man Slim them like that. Well, they didn't want to go home. Like they don't have family. They didn't want to go home to people. So that was a deep record, that TV, man, because I was, I've been through situations in my life that compared to all these movies, man. Juice. I've been through that, man, and paid in full. My friend was charged for killing my best friend, I've been through those those stuff that was on TV. That was big for me, that TV record, man. Like, it was just, I was like, I was gonna put one verse on it and try it out. I went back after I listened to it, and I did 2 more verses. So the TV was big for me. Street Walls, I liked that too, because that was like, Street Walls was. I know about Street Walls. I know about hatred from people, and it was saying on the hook, old friends shooting old friends. You know, I've been through that. I've been through that with dudes I come up with, but just changed on me for no reason. Like, changed because I got more than them, and you know, dudes who knew my older cousins, dudes who knew my people, they changed on me and wanted to hurt me because of my success. You know, I never did them nothing, and that's how a lot of stuff started. And Street Walls was a deep record, man. I ain't gonna talk about it too much, but Street Walls was a record that I had to get out. Like, I had to get out. I feel like when I dropped that record, it would make people watch those people around them who don't have their best, who don't have their best interest. You know, who probably have more than them now, and probably have more than them now. But when that guy who gets more than them, than the boss who was a boss when he was 17, and he gets 21, now he has more than him, that same guy will hate you now. And, you know, that's what that was about. Regret It was a song I did. Basically, I was going to give to Webbie for his project, but he took too long to do the record. So, you know, I was like, man, I'm finna put another verse on here. So when I finally caught up with him for him to do the verse, it was 2 days before the album. I mean, before I was dropping, so I ended up getting it on there. But that was a record I was gonna give to Webbie, but it came out hard. Like, it's one of them records that you gotta feel. It came out hard, and I was like, this that thug talk, you know. And even my intros on there, I wanted with this album, I wanted the people to understand how thugs talk, bro. Like, I wanted the people to understand that thugs have hearts, man. You know, I wanted people to understand that this is what we go through. This is how we talk. You know, this is what we think about, you know, women. You know, treat queens like queens and hoes like hoes. You know, I wanted them to understand, you know, like, really for the people who judge us wrong. You know, I wanted this album to be special. That's why I wanted to put the skits in between, to let them know the way we talking, you know, I can make this music. This music is showing you what we going through. You know, if you're in a situation when you're in a lifestyle where you thugging, you know, you getting it out the mud, you know, it's a different type of women that you date. Whether you know it or not, it's a different type of women who you date. Also, if your mouthpiece ain't fire, it's a limited amount of women you can date. A lot of parents don't want their child dating thugs. You know, so thugs got to get money. You know, we got to get money to get that certain girl who you want. And I say things like she was after the money because she wouldn't have dated me if I was just a thug who was broke. You know, I had to go get money to get her. So I'm not wrong for saying that she was after my money. Cause you know I'm not a beauty queen. You know, I don't have good hair and all this stuff. You know, like I don't have a big house, you know. You know, and most of us thugs, we shy. We shy, man. We shy, like, because we can't just get every, we used to girls, you know, we used to pulling things with what we got. You know, we really don't have to talk. You just get nice, get fly, and, you know, and the girls come to us. You know, with certain high class women, you have to talk to them. You know, most thugs don't even have game. Most thugs don't even have a conversation for a woman. But can I get your number? You know, and it's just real. Like, you know, they got a lot of thugs probably saying that I got game, I got this. But I done been around thugs my whole life. Most thugs can't even talk to a woman right. You know, all they can do is flash money. You know, they have some, but I said most. Most of them, they not used to that. They used to pulling things with material wishes, because that's what they saw so many people doing. Coming up, you know, the drug dealer had all the girls where I'm from. You know, the man who worked at the store didn't have the women. You know, so that's what we looked up to. And that's how we was badly raised. You know, because we stayed outside, we didn't watch TV much. So that's how we was badly raised. We was raised on girls want the man with money. You know, yeah, that's a certain kind of girls who want the man with money. Certain women want a man with a mind and a future. You know, so that's basically what Thug Talk was about. Just showing them what we go through, showing them the lifestyle, showing them how we think. And you know, I just had to let people know that, like, even though I'm a businessman and I'm a good businessman, you know, I'm always gonna be a thug, because, you know, it's just in me. Like, that's why I named it Thug Talk, because the way I talk, I'm still a thug. You know, I don't, you know, even though I don't talk like that during a business meeting, but when I'm out the business meeting, I'm back to what's up, nigga, like, what's up, you know. I was born this way, like, you know, like, this was all my surroundings, you know. The way I talk, I was never told to clear my grandma up. You know, I was never told that. You know, I was told by my teachers that living this street life wasn't right, but, you know, when I go home, it is what it is, man. You know, like, you look up to your older cousins when you're young. You know, and all my older cousins was thugs, like, you know. My auntie dated thugs. You know, my daddy was a thug. My mom, we all come up in the same, we come from the Jackson, you know, Garfield Street and things like that. So it's like it's just in you. It's just in you to live this way and to have fun, even when the older generation have fun. If we 8 years old and the 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds have fun, they playing cards, talking loud, they thugging. You know, it's just that. It's just up to us to see that, grow up out there and see that is not a way to live. You know, it gonna end out bad, and some people don't make that. It's just some of us get blessed with a talent like me, man. And to get that, you know, like, I still got thug talk in me, you know. I'm not thugging, I'm not selling drugs, I'm not doing all that, but the thug stuff is in me, you know. Chains on, this is in me, like, you know, like, it makes me smile, you know. It makes me smile, like, you know. And that was bred in me, you know. I was taught to throw my foes when I take pictures ever since I was a baby. Like, you know. You know, like, when you have a rough childhood, a lot of stuff get instilled in you. It's you to grow as a man and break up out those things. So right now, I'm just a businessman, but I still got that thug in me, you know. When I get mad, you know, that thug shit come out of me. When I'm just, you know, the way I need to work on the way I eat, my manners. You know, I still got work to do. Just don't think just because I'm a pretty successful at what I do, that I'm not still got these thug ways in me, like, you know. So Thug Talk, I feel like it's a classic, man. Like I got called from my rap guys like Boosie, it's hard, man. They like I thought all my feelings in my past was hard, but this damn Thug Talk hard because people can really understand that. That's why the intro, you know, was like, you know, a lot of people won't understand this. But they have millions of people who will. And you don't have to be a thug to understand this. You can be somebody who been around people like that. You've been somebody who was raised in a whole different household, but you looked at these people like, damn, man, my friend need help, man. You know, and that'll make you understand Thug Talk. You'll be like, man, remember Lil Ray used to be like that. Remember Lil, you know what I'm saying? It don't have to be like that. It can be a teacher can feel it who'd have had that kid who was trying, but he was blocked by his vision because all he was going through. And they can understand Thug Talk. You know, you got it's not, you know, I wanted to make that clear because I got a lot of comments about that in my DM and shit, like, you know. Are you saying only thugs can feel, was the intro saying only thugs can feel that? No, it wasn't saying that. It was saying a lot of people won't understand this, but a lot of people will. I did not say just thugs will understand this, because I say it's, when you open your eyes to this world, you can see Thug Talk everywhere, man. You can see Thug Talk everywhere. No surrender, no retreat. You can see little boys running the football, getting hit 3-4 times, and they keep on running. They keep on running. You can see people get talked about, get put out of college. They still go to the NFL. No surrender, no retreat. They still trying. You see kids. You can see mamas at doctors with kids, single parent mamas. They found love in their kids. You know, so it touches everybody. You know, and the people who won't understand it, it's the people who won't take time out to understand it. It's the biased people. It's the people who judging Boosie before they hear his music, or judging the title. That's why I put the intro on there. But Thug Talk, you gonna see, for the love of money, this can be for the brain surgeon. This can be for the doctor. This can be for the mayor, the president. You know, money is money. Money don't have no color. Money don't have no anger. Money don't have no smile. If I'm talking about money, anybody can feel money, Smallz. Anybody can feel money. And the things it brings, the things it does, anybody can feel money. So that if you can't feel that For the Love of Money record, you know, like I said, like I said in that record, I said, what I said in that record? I said some stuff about friends kill their own friends. Money will send you in the bank with the wrong friend. Have you in Angola on the long bread. Money the rule of all evil, it gotta be. Wife kill her husband for his policy. You know, how many, if just Google it, how many people watch Forensic Files? How many women kill their husband for their life insurance policy? You don't have to be a thug to do that. I don't give a damn what anybody is. You don't have to be a thug. Most of the thugs don't even do that because they ain't even got life insurance policy. So never say Thug Talk is only for the thugs, and I wanted to make that clear. Really, I basically laid out the format. This album came about with me doing Right Game Wrong Nigga. I think that was like the first song. And I was just playing like, this that Thug Talk. This that Thug Talk. And my boy was like, man, that's the name of a mixtape. Thug Talk. Ding! Went to my head. And I just started putting the project together. After that, I say, man, I'm going to name this project Thug Talk. That was like, what it's going to be about. I'm like, how thugs talk, how, you know, what we go through, you know what I'm saying? And I was done in 2 weeks. You know, I did Thug Talk in 2 weeks. I did Thug Talk in 2 weeks. You know, I record a lot, so I did Thug Talk in 2 weeks, and I just liked it, man. You know, like I just liked it, Thug Talk. Like you don't have to fast forward not one. I don't give it. You don't have to fast forward not one song on Thug Talk. Thug Talk is a classic. You know, that's what I'm gonna keep putting out, classics. And My Feelings was a classic. You know, And My Feelings made people cry. It put people in their feelings. It brought people to reality. Out My Feelings, classic. You know, and Thug Talk, you know, and Thug Talk was so strong because I came with them first two, and they was like, how he gonna bag this up? How is he gonna bag this up with, is he dropping 3 in 3 months for real? How is he gonna bag this Out My Feelings up with this, with all these classics on here from Out My Feelings? Like, okay, wait till they hear this Thug Talk. Wait till they hear this Thug Talk. And it's doing great, man. It's killing it on iTunes. It's everybody tuned in to Thug Talk right now. I'm just blessed to keep doing it.